10 Desires. Which one is it again? I can never remember if the English executable is the one with the full name or the one with TH.
It's usually the full name.
Usually, huh?
By usually, I mean it always is.
Well, sure, that'll work. Ready? Go! Oh, nice. Popped up. Skip was obvious, no comment there. Well, that's funny because you did the same comment twice. But whatever you say. Alright, chat. How's the volume so I don't have to adjust anything? I need to make sure I'm actually the one playing the game here. Special, trance, slow. Yeah, this is me. This is me again.
Sure, Dylan, you do all of them about 20 seconds of UFO gameplay.
Yeah. Well, more than 20. About 30-ish. But if I cash it in now, then what are they gonna get? They're gonna get to not even get to see Nazarene.
They're gonna get to the mid-boss.
Chat, are we good on volume? 38 seconds, alright. I'm gonna hit start, because remember, if I hit start right now, and there's a volume issue, I can't change it. No scams? Well, I'm not scamming anyone. I made my promise. I always make good on my promises. Prayer for business prosperity. Hard mode. If you're confident in your abilities, you should be able to make a profit. Well, it's not that I'm not confident in my abilities, but this is another one of those games that I feel like my ability to play it is a little bit rough, because I don't like the game as much as others.
Yep. Attitude is important, kids.
Alright, I'm picking...
I forgot Yomo was here.
I'm picking Rimu. Alright, here we go. Like, when I play UFO, no matter what happens in UFO, I'll get upset about it.
Yep.
I don't like UFO.
Tried playing UFO earlier for the fans.
Why?
Because $25,000 was a bit steep, don't you think?
No? You call it steep, I call it a bargain bin price. I could charge you more.
But you've already named your price.
Yeah, exactly. But who's to say I make good on my promises?
True. Yeah, I mean, you did.
I always make good on my promises, though.
Exactly. This is my favorite Touhou character.
Ghost.
Ghost from the mid-stage, stage 1 boss, 10 Desires. Ghostfire.
Oh, it's moving. Please move back over here.
Bosses that move are so good. Chad, I love it when bosses move, don't you? It's my favorite
Get the fuck
thing.
back over here!
It's my favorite thing of the whole world.
Chat, 10 Desires, most of you know, this is when the UI kind of changed. I actually like the circle. Well, I guess 12.3 is actually where it changed, but 13 is the first main game to do it. But I like the way, I like the UI change on the health bar being around the boss, with a little tick indicating when it goes to the spell card.
Yeah.
What I don't like is the change of the bottom of the screen, where it changed the enemy sign to just like a little red like highlight. Because I think it's way easier to look at the word enemy at the bottom of the screen than try to identify the hue of red hanging around at the bottom.
Speaking of UFO, just played 17 for the first time today, managed to clear it. Much better implementation of the UFO system, that's for real. True,
Oh, trust me, I know.
As soon as I was done with UFO, I played 17 and 1cc with Marissa Wolf.
I wonder what would have happened. How do you think 17 would have been if it went with the same gimmick but didn't have UFO as like a base to work off of? Could you imagine? Alright, this is Ghost Lead, or Ghost Led. I don't really know which one's correct.
Why would it be called Ghost Led?
Because she shoots bullets. And she leading...
What?
The word
What
leading...
are you going on about?
The word lead and the word led are basically the same.
Why in God's name would it be Ghost Led?
Because it's the same word. If I'm getting led by someone, it's the same as that person leading me, right? The same word can apply. I got way too risky there.
Dylan, what? Why would it be Ghost Led and not just Ghost
Because
Lead?
when I see L-E-A-D, I think of the word lead, not lead.
You should be able to rationalize that maybe it's not the word lead this time.
Well, why would I assume that? Why would I assume it's Ghost Lead?
Why would you assume it's lead?
Well, why would you assume it's lead? Answer me that.
Because Ghost Lead sounds like it makes 1,000 times more sense than Ghost Lead.
That makes more sense. Tell me what Yomu's theme is.
What is Yomu's theme?
What's the name of her theme?
Till when?
What? How about the part before that,
I
huh?
don't know the part before that.
There, exactly. It doesn't
What
make
does
any
that-
fucking sense.
That doesn't prove the point at all. I straight up don't know what it is. We're talking about something we both know about. He died.
But, what?
Oh, she's not done.
What the fuck? I thought we were done! Alright, well. I don't know what just happened. Why does she have another attack?
Yeah, because she's leading you. She didn't ghost lead you, she ghost leads you.
What the fuck? Chat, I didn't know she had another attack. Well, there goes a life. Instantly. I wonder if that's gonna be a common theme in this mode.
She's leading you. Yeah, exactly. She gives you the lead on the incident. She didn't lead you on the incident.
Well, yes, I know that now. But when I first saw the theme, I read it as lead, or lead, not lead.
I don't
Oh, God.
why you did that.
Damn
Probably
it.
just mulligan.
Because there are multiple words in the English language that are read the exact same.
So you know what you do? Which one makes the most sense? Ghost lead or ghost lead?
None of them made sense. It was the name of a fucking
Ghost
theme.
lead makes perfect sense.
And I'm telling you that other characters' themes don't have any real idea to them anyway.
Of course they
Yomo's
don't.
theme doesn't make any fucking sense.
What the hell does you and Owen was her mean?
Exactly! Well, actually, that's a reference to, Agatha
I mean, I
Christie.
know. Oh yeah, it makes perfect sense. Just gotta know the reference.
Well, yeah, because her spell cards are
You wanna
also
know the
references.
difference between ghost lead?
In fact, the
Got me calling
actual
it Ghost Lead now.
actual artist, Agatha Christie, is parodied in Touhou itself as Agatha Christie. So there's actually a few Agatha Christie references in the series.
You know what the difference is between Ghost Lead and you and Owen? Is that Ghost Lead is written in English.
Well, so is you and Owen.
Barely.
In fact, you and Owen is what it's straight up called, even in Japanese. So, I don't know, your argument's not really working here.
You and Owen. That's how I'd read it.
Well, that's because that's how it's read, you fucking idiot.
Then why
It's
would
you and Owen. It's literally a reference to Agatha Christie.
Yes, I'm aware.
John, you and
Meanwhile,
Owen.
Ghost Lead is two perfectly usable words in the English language.
And yes, one of them can be read as the word lead.
Why in God's name would you read it as lead?
Why wouldn't you?
Why would you?
I don't understand how this is so hard a concept for you to grasp, that people can interpret words that are spelled exactly the
I
same
just
as
don't
different
understand
words.
how you interpreted it as lead.
I don't understand how you don't understand that.
I just don't understand, man.
Ghost
I
lead.
understand that it can be read as lead, but why would it be ghost
I don't
lead?
understand how you don't understand that.
Alright, whatever, we're done here.
God damn it. People fucking English language is stupid.
It is stupid. We have silent, well, I mean, we're not the only one with silent letters, but like, count the amount
That's
of
because our
words.
language is made up of stolen words.
It's true. Actually, aren't a lot of, like, alphabets made of stolen words?
Probably, but I'm more familiar with ours because it's the one I speak.
True. I always wonder what my life would be like if English was not my first language.
You'd be able to say sorry for bad English and not be a meme. You know, I say that I am a native English speaker, but when it comes down to linguistics for that kind of shit, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time.
True.
Like, yeah, I can speak the language. A lot of people can speak the language. That doesn't mean I understand the language.
It's true.
Oh, I'm not getting that bomb piece. Oh, yes, I am. Like, I can't imagine actually having to learn English as a second language. Pretty goddamn fortunate I know it at all in any capacity,
I
because
think that's just called easy mode.
when it comes to writing, I don't know how to write properly. Whenever I write in a Google Doc form and they give me a blue outline, it's like, oh, what did I do wrong?
When you get the red underline squiggly, it's like, oh, why is this incorrect?
I hate when I get it when I can clearly, like, I already put the word in once in the doc, and then after it's like, that one doesn't count, but it's spelled exactly the same as the attempt I had above it.
Chat, you know what this reminds me of? I don't even tell you what it reminds me of. Good job, the stage 1 boss.
I don't have many life pieces.
You have 4. What are you talking about?
I had a whole life in SA.
Yeah.
I don't need
you
to
also
grab
get a whole
anything.
life in UFO.
Well, actually, yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Because I'd
you
have
do.
to
I
be
just played it.
I would have to be playing UFO. Alright, where's the first person to spill life pieces so I can blow my trance? Come on. Come on, gimme. How do I still not have full power? I desire resources! Is the lack of resources in this game a ploy on the whole 10 desires things? Because my humanly desire is to have more, but the game says no.
My humanly desire is to play 14.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I like 14.
Yeah, I don't mind 14 either.
14 is a
I
good
think my
game.
perception of 14 is very rose-tinted though, because it's sandwiched between all the other games that I think of not playing.
14 really does.
Look at it like this.
There's bombs.
Hold on, I will talk in a moment. Look at it like this. You have Touhou 10, which is like, oh yeah, that's a solid game. And then you have Touhou 11, hard as balls. Then you have UFO. I fucking hate UFO. Then you have this game, which is just, why are there the choices they make in it? I don't like them. And then you have 14, just like, oh, it's like 13 but simplified. Still hard, but I view it in a better light than I do other ones. And then you have 15, which is fucking, I mean, it's 15, it speaks for itself. Where are those going? Oh, there they are. I didn't mean to press that button. This one.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I don't know why I panic bombed. I meant to press the trans button. When that runs okay, you get a little bit of invincibility. Not that it matters. So, another thing I don't really like about this game is how the spirit thing works. As you can see, they're all shooting spirits, and I can totally run up and grab them, except I can't because they despawn, and there are more enemies take the place of the enemies I kill.
Yeah, imagine having to do that to get your resources.
And that's exactly what we're doing in this fucking game.
That's exactly what you do in UFO too. That's a lot of band pieces.
Alright. Time for Dog.
Good morning.
Good morning, crew.
Thank you, Line, for the free sub. That's 13 months.
Thank you.
Big 13. Lucky 13.
Our residents. Hey, that looks cluttered.
That does look cluttered. Yeah, we know how transmode works, but
I hate it.
Yeah, we still don't like it. That's kind of what I like about DDC is that not only are resources kind of tied to the way you play the game, but also you can still like reach the top of the screen in later stages. You know what's impossible to do in UFO? Like navigate.
Move.
Yeah, move by like stage 2. You can't get the fucking UFOs. It sucks. Huh.
Like, one of the issues with UFO is the fact that they call down so many different enemies for you to, you know, shoot and cause point items to appear for the UFO to grab. Dude, her echo is ridiculous.
Yeah, this seems actually a little much. Unfortunately,
Dude, this gimmick is fucking scary. The charged Yahoo. Alright, she went boom. Beating me won't help anything, you know. Then why did we fight? Why did we have to fight like this? My foot's starting to hurt. But there's nothing I can do about it.
Even if you use transmode optimally, you still can't get max lives. So what you're saying is that that last slot is there as a formality.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. No, in UFO, if you do it optimally, I'm pretty sure you can get max lives by like stage 3.
Oh yeah, back to what I was saying about UFO. Like, I get the idea that you need to accumulate items for the UFOs, but the problem is if you don't have a UFO that you can do that with in the moment, then you're just dealing with a load of
Wanna know what
shit.
you also learned? Every single UFO either starts as blue or is static blue.
Yes! Fucking yes!
Do you know how many, like, static...
Why?
You know how many static red UFOs are in the game? Like 2. Maybe 3. I'm exaggerating. The point is, there aren't many. There are not a lot.
How come life pieces and bomb pieces disappear almost as quickly as they appear in this game?
I have a better question. Why do you need 10 and 8?
That's a good question. One I can't answer.
I have a better question. Why does the next one require 12 and then 15?
Did you know something else? That total doesn't change if when you use continues.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense either.
You know what also doesn't make any sense? Why of all characters to return from 12 did they pick this one?
Because she's in the graveyard trying to scare people.
I mean, I know, but it's just odd that she comes
What do you mean you don't know? You just...
I mean,
you said you didn't know, and then you said you did know.
Alright, look, what I'm trying to say is that I don't get it.
I just told you why. It's so she can spook people in the graveyard.
And now she's back. Actually, chat, speaking of characters who return from 12, I was thinking about it. Since Nue is an extra stage boss that comes back as an extra stage mid-boss, does that mean she has the most spell cards?
Who?
Nue.
Nuhuju? I don't think so, and that is based entirely on the fact that other characters are in spin-off games and stuff. So.
Oh, if we're including spin-offs, then.
Well, of course, you're talking about spell cards, so you have to include every game they have an official spell card in.
I guess. Although I don't know much about the shoot. I don't know much about shoot games. So I can only talk about 14.3.
If you're talking specifically main games, then it might be Nue, just because she has 3 additional spell cards on top of her extra stage one. But I don't know. You'd have to.
Have to go to the wiki.
You have to look at something like Sakuya or Yomu because they have different spell cards depending on difficulty, and they appear like 3 times in their own game. Same with Orin. You'd have to look at Orin too.
Patchy too.
Patchy does have a fuck ton of different spell cards, yes, that she'll use on different difficulties and against different characters. She might be the one actually. All right.
Pretty sure it's Okina. You know what? That would also make sense.
Actually, yeah, because she's a stage 6 boss and a extra stage. Yeah. Someone would have to count that. If anyone was to do that, be my guest. That Okina would definitely be above Nue in that case, then, yeah.
Yeah, although Nue would probably be second in that case.
Well, again, not sure on that.
Well, again, just counting main games. I think it would be Nue. Tori got the most if you count her copying everything.
Oh.
Those aren't hers, though.
Yeah, that doesn't count, but she does have variety.
She's a thief. They are not her spell cards. She copies them, but they are not hers. Right, this is the one you can't fucking do because she heals.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. What a dumbass spell card.
Oh man, poor Yoshika.
It's extreme dodging, but if you shoot anything next to her, she heals.
Good design.
Oh! I didn't get hit. Alright.
I don't know where all your bombs went.
I used them, and I didn't get them back because I haven't been hit yet. Thank you, based Reimu hitbox.
I don't think there's a rule for stealing people's attacks.
No, because, I mean, Marissa had a whole book on that.
Yeah. Also, Satori kind of does it, like, 6 different times.
Yeah.
Times 3 spell cards.
Well, yeah, that was a matter of time. Yoshika's main attack is just little kunai.
But they're not Satori's. But they're not Satori's. Sure, you can steal attacks, but those are not Satori spell cards.
Chat, am I winning?
No.
Fuck off!
Well, didn't take long for
what a stupid boss.
Right?
Yeah, let me just spawn things that heal me. Come get them. Oh, you can't because of the giant laser wing I'm putting out? Alright, yeah, sure, alright, whatever. Tell you, man, this game has so many weird choices to it.
Oh, yeah, that's why I don't like it. Okina has 19 spell cards due to her extra, plus having a unique for every character. Nue in total has 13. So, yeah, that's a pretty wide gap. I forgot about the season spell cards.
Right, yeah, she has a different one at the end of every season, too, so that adds even more. That's max power. Stupid
You
ass
can use
boss.
a technique. Is it not one of your techniques? No! Is it stolen?
Copying their techniques is in itself a technique, is it not?
Well, true. Alright, chat.
Marissa wrote a whole book on this.
In that case, chat, whose technique is the Kamehameha?
Roshi's.
Yep. Would you say it's a Goku technique? Or is it only Roshi's technique?
It's a turtle school technique.
Fair enough.
And apparently Cell can use it too. And
Yeah.
so can Boo.
Yamcha, Krillin, Goku, Gohan, Roshi, Boo, Cell. I think that's it. I think that's the whole list.
I don't understand how Cell can use special moves.
Because he has their DNA.
Yeah, but it's not like their DNA enables them to use those fucking moves. It's their training that does.
I don't know, man. You know, one criticism that I've heard about Cell that I think makes sense is the fact that he has the ability to copy he can copy the technique of anyone who he has like the cells of, but he doesn't really do it much.
Well, because I don't know. It's probably for the best that he doesn't, because then he'd just be boring.
Like, well, no, I think he'd be more interesting. Chat, hear me out. Do you think Cell would be more interesting if he could go grade 8 and then grow bigger like Namekians?
No.
You don't think so?
Big characters are boring.
True, I mean, look at Broly.
Yeah, he's pretty boring.
He is big muscle. Don't get me wrong, big muscle can work, but Broly kind of boring.
Look at all that transmeter I just grabbed.
Here's a question that makes spell counting more complicated. Are higher difficulty spells counted separate just because they change names? For instance, do Junko's TBH and TDH count as 1 or 2?
What?
I don't know. Do higher difficulty spell cards count as different ones? Probably.
Do higher difficulty spell cards have different names?
Do they count because they have different names? That is the question.
Well, it depends. If it says it's the same one but a higher difficulty, it's the same spell card. If it has a different name, then it's a different spell card.
Exactly, you use Zawaru though.
Yeah, it's a different spell card.
So speaking
It's
of
a harder
stupid
version of another spell card she has, but unless it explicitly says the name, then I would assume it's a different spell card. Hence why it has a different name.
Big
Anyway,
Cell-
my thumb hurts, and Yoshika's pissed me off.
Yeah, and now she's back. Big Cell has been done outside of canon. It's ugly.
I don't like the big characters that Toriyama went with. I'm glad the Grade 8 shit didn't really stick around.
You know what? Here's a question. How do you feel about the Saiyans losing their tails?
The what?
The tails.
The what?
How do you feel about Saiyans losing their tails?
I don't understand why they had them to begin with.
Because they're monkey people.
Well, yeah, you're right. Well, the Grade 8 stuff was dumb.
I mean, yeah, but like, can you imagine if Goku went Super Saiyan and then he had a golden tail? Wouldn't that be sick?
Well, do you remember Super Saiyan 4?
Yes.
Exactly, that was cool.
It was cool. Actually, better question. If Goku did keep his monkey tail and went Super Saiyan 3, would it be like a weird flesh tail?
Why are you talking?
But I'm just saying, he loses hair, he loses his eyebrows, every other piece of hair in his body goes towards his dude.
You know, I used to think Super Saiyan 3 looked really cool, and when I saw it when I watched the Buu Saga again, I was like, this is,
It's very silly, because it's just kind of radish.
not very cool.
It's a little doofy, but, you know, it's a
He
little...
loses, like, all his fucking hair.
Yeah, he loses his eyebrows. Higher difficulty spell cards are classed as different if they have a different name. This includes slapping words like easy, hard, or lunatic on the end. Huh. In that case, counting gets complicated.
Ever tell you that I dislike characters that are two bosses?
Yes. Touhou tends to... Touhou did that a lot in this era, didn't they? You've got these two. You've got Yatsuhashi and Ben in 14. You've got Junko and Katya in the extra stage. 16 has Satono and Mai. 17 doesn't do it at least, but that was a thing they did a lot between like 13 and 16, huh?
Double team and spell cards. Yeah. Alright, Monfuto and I have 1 extra life.
I think this is one of the best fights in the whole series. I don't like it.
I hate fighting 2 bosses at the same time.
It's funny, but then Yoshika just becomes a meat shield, and it's like, well...
Yeah, and then you gotta kill her like 1,000 times before you can even damage What's-Her-Face anymore.
Sega. I just realized you're on stage 5.
Yeah.
I forget that Sega is stage 4. I kind of forget about her entire stage.
Dok, wak. How could you forget Desire Drive?
It's not that I forget Desire Drive, it's just that I forget her entire stage in boss fight because despite how unique it is, it never actually stands out to me.
Wow. Good thing I could totally get that bomb piece
I know, right?
in a controlled environment. If only I could press the trance button whenever I want.
Is there a spell card that we've only seen as a bomb and not as a pattern?
I don't know.
Do the Mountain of Faith circles count?
Is it a spell card?
I guess not. I was gonna say, they aren't technically spell cards, they're just circles. She has a tick in her health, she's a spell card now. Okay, you know what I hate? When bosses have attacks that prevent you from being beneath them.
Well, the time when you play a shot type that can only hit below. Oh!
Hold on, does she always have this?
Yeah.
Why do I not remember this being on normal mode? I don't know why.
I actually don't handle the zigzag bullets very well.
No, they make perfect sense, but I hate them.
Nice. You know, this game would benefit from bosses, not bosses, but enemies exploding and giving you, clearing their bullets. Considering if they want me to run up and grab the spirits, maybe you should make a path for the bullets, through the bullets from me.
EDC is pretty good at that. They give you a little bit of time to go up to the top of the screen to get your resources. And that game is great. Love it. Also, you need 15 more pieces because that was a good design decision.
Which means I have no extra lives.
Yeah, well, I mean, you need 11 more now, but I don't know if there are 11 more.
I got 1 extra bomb. Ah. Hello, little one. Oh, right, this.
Well, would you consider Raisen's shield from 15 a spell card? Because by that logic, that means that Sakuya's bomb from 14 is also a spell card, and I don't know what spell card it is. Hi, Futo. She's on a boat.
The arrows are new.
Are they? I thought she just did like 1 strand of them. That might just be crazy. It's been a while, chat, and well, this isn't a game I go back and play or watch people play, so my memory of it is very fuzzy.
Aye. Mononobe! 80 sake cups!
She does shoot some arrows on normal? Yeah, but I think
Oh, she does?
I think it's just like 3 though, isn't it? Like, it's not many.
It didn't look like... I don't remember them, so there must not have been much.
That's one way to do it. Right. Sakurai Jin in Flames. Didn't have any bombs, so we were kind of damned there.
going the other way.
Oh, yeah, it is, huh? Ooh, that's very tight. Chat, that honestly looked like something that could have been in 14.3 if you add like one more layer to it. Even just as it is.
I don't think I was supposed to be in that little circle.
I don't know. Where else were you supposed to be? Chat, you know what I also don't like about this game that's in a few others? Is when you die, lose a full point of power and then get 5 back.
UFO does that too.
Yep.
I don't know why they got so bad about that though.
I mean, I can deal with power being not worth much, but like, damn man, like, not enough faith gives you all of it back when you die.
No big deal, chat. I just have to beat the rest of the stage and Miko on 1 life.
You have no extra life, so yeah. Alright, one bomb left. You do also have transit needed.
I think I used it a little too early. Yep.
I don't even know how many pieces are in the stage, if any. There's a light piece up there, but that's not enough. You would have only had 10.
I don't like Miko's cooldowns either.
Hello, Miko.
Yeah!
Yes, these attacks. Hate these little things. Ranks of 12 levels. Honor. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what hit me. That's cool.
You got hit by a yellow or like grayish one. I don't know.
I didn't see anything.
Oh, they were white and grayish, so. Cool. Alright. Oh, and you lose all your life pieces too.
Of course I do. Don't need those. Right, this one.
Found a better description for TD. Easy but hard. Until Miko shows up, then it's just hard.
That's a good explanation.
Yeah.
Boss is not very easy. Oh, suck a dick. You have to go fast through it, otherwise it closes.
Gotta go fast.
That's a giant peak.
Big peak. More little things.
Wow, that's
That's new. I don't know why you didn't just bomb. You know how this
no
works.
point in bombing. I already continued.
I guess, but I don't know. I would have bombed anyway because I'm a fool.
Oh yeah,
Get a load of this.
the fucking Sonic quotes.
Oh, they don't have hitboxes. That's
No, but they spawn the bullets inside of them, so you gotta be careful.
Huh. It's no use. Time's over. Oh, yeah, it's this one. Definitely an interesting one. That gets fast. Well, it doesn't have much health. That's a sign. Rainbow meat.
Oh, whatever. They're bigger than me, so it's a bit scary.
Yeah. Honor the avoidance of defiance. Oh, hey, it's 17 Articles Constitution bombs, but without talismans. Well, different talismans and less lasers. So not at all like 17 Articles.
Damn it. I can't tell if it's aimed or it's just a pattern. Maybe I think it's a pattern because none of them are coming towards me.
Pattern, maybe it's a little random. Who knows? You never know, and I never know until someone tells me because I don't have the patience to figure it out for myself.
All right, last one.
Born divine spirit.
I don't know how to do this one properly.
Oh yeah, right. I remember now. Freeze was reverted on you. I'm assuming there's more because it's kind of like the same as it did on normal.
Damn it. Well, there's another phase to it when I hit the blue marker.
Is that always there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna create more. It'll clear the screen, I think, at least.
No, it did not.
Oh, cool.
Well, better we done now.
Well, I learned a little bit, but that's still really hard. God damn.
Yeah, that actually looked kind of rough.
She's difficult. She's not very easy compared to the rest of the game. Alright, well, it's only attempt 1. Well, at the very least, chat, we're done with the continue system from the previous games, right?
Yeah.
So I'll get to see this for good. Don't have to hope I beat the game this time.
I see that text.
Alright, not as bad for a first shot
No, I
as it
think...
could have been.
Yeah, I mean, you got to stage 6.
Chad, is there a specific way to fight Yoshika? Or, like, I don't really understand how I'm supposed to stop her from eating the spirit she creates in time. I can't do it. And then it basically just turns 2 of her attacks into a timeout spell, which inadvertently loses life pieces as well. Anyway, my job is done, so now it's Andrew's turn to play this game for a bit.
Yay.
Cool.
Oh.
Mostly just a matter of, I can't do enough damage to her, and then I have to dodge for 30 seconds, and that's lame. On normal, it's possible, but hard, especially lunatic, it's almost impossible. Damn it. I can give it a shot at least, but I think I wouldn't try humoring a clear on that. It's just really annoying, because, you know, the game already kind of fucks you on resources, so just make 2 of their attacks like that is... Ugh. What a pain in the ass. This is similar to what they did in the opener for Subterranean.
Yeah.
You can't kill a zombie. They'll always come back.
They're all at the payoff.
Whoa.
Alright, I watched the VOD and already forgot how the beginning of the stage is supposed to go.
Good card to bomb before HP gets out of hand.
Which direction they come from, depending on where I am.
A guess a bomb would be a good idea. I don't think I had one.
Might not have. I honestly don't remember.
Oh, I probably did. That would probably be why I got so upset when I got hit. Like that.
I'll figure out how to do this eventually.
I didn't? Alright, I can't remember. Because my bomb count is pretty much always low until I die, and I didn't actually die for the first 2 stages, which, that was pretty good. Amazing. I will say, Kyoko's shit is incredibly intimidating. If you don't... Oh, okay.
Alright, let's just learn the stage and ask questions later.
It's a cool move. One of the spell cards allows Yosuke to heal over her max health.
Yeah, that sounds alright.
Good thing that never came back. Alright, you're supposed to get max trance here to get those. Because you can use it, get the extra life pieces, and only lose half your gauge because new interruption. I remember that strategy. So this is a random vomit.
Something I haven't done before, but it is hard random vomit, so...
Alright, now this is extremely random vomit.
Nothing I haven't done before. Although,
This one is awful.
Yeah, I remember this one from when you did this. This is a spell card and a half.
Because the arrows she shoots come back off the top of the screen. And then the last one is a consistent pattern that is similar to one of Flandre's attacks, and it's actually pretty easy compared to the other ones.
Oh yeah, right.
That's pretty much all there is to it. Just escape the box. Reminds me of Cranberry Trap, but
yeah.
Easier to see and easier to maneuver.
Honestly, it's a bit easier to do.
I got hit by it before, so I'm no fucking magician at it, but yeah, that's the mid-boss.
Oh yeah, right. Magnus said count these off to 7. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, and then get to the middle. I rewatched like most of this immediately before this, so.
Now what?
I think I'm supposed to go over here and kill these guys, but you know.
They're dropping bomb pieces.
Well, maybe I should go get those. If only I could.
Those two probably have life pieces. Yeah, they do.
In that case.
Or maybe it's those guys. Alright, there you go.
The Yokai's trump card, huh? I wonder if it's a...
Gashadokuro.
Gashadokuro.
Hey, I'm not some pile of bones. Who might you be? The Hakaday Shrine Maiden? Close!
No, I'm not. Please don't group us together like that.
Oh, poor Sanai. Oh, my sincere apologies. You seem to be a Shrine Maiden, so...
Are you the Yokai trump card Nue was talking about?
Indeed I am. Futatsuiwa from Sado. I was called so the saint wouldn't be allowed to have her way. Now, who might you be?
Oh, I'm Sanai. I'm a shrine maiden in Gensopo. I'm doing some yokai extermination to help raise my faith.
My, aren't you an odd one? How unusual to say that before a yokai. Why don't I spar with you a bit then?
I was just thinking the same thing, Miss Tanuki.
Ho ho ho! As long as you... How long will you keep that confidence? A 10-game match of Macro Transformation. Shall we begin? Ready, set, go. Big balls! A Gashadokuro is a giant skeleton monster of hunger. It kills any who see it. Well, that's not very nice. TD is very much like UFO because it requires using a route in order to use the mechanic properly. That is true. I had to use a, I definitely had to use a trance route for this extra stage here. And granted, that's only one stage, but man, I don't want to fucking do that for the whole game. Remember, the people have hitboxes.
Yeah, I know.
The Gashadokokura will bite your head off and drink your blood. Why does it have to... What? You mean like when I open a bottle with my teeth? He's cracking open a cold one?
She has no health left, man. Fuck off.
It is born of famine. That sounds like it's drinking pretty well, though. Fresh blood straight from the neck. Yeah, what's a vampire got on that? I want to suck your blood. Oh yeah, watch this. I'll fucking chug it. Like that. The Gesha Dokuro is the frat boy of the yokai scene.
Oh, Carl.
So I'm pretty sure this one is like small streaming and then big streaming to get them out of the way. But you know, they have wacky hitboxes.
I streamed too slow, so I got hit.
I forget her third.
Those
You know,
frogs?
those cooldowns look a lot easier when I'm not the one doing them.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah, this is the aim bullets.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Parsy's cooldown. But, you know,
And I'm dead.
worse hitboxes.
Yep. Alright.
Do. Well, it took me a day to beat her. The extra requires very specific rate if you actually want any resources, and even then it doesn't give you many. On the price of most mommies, those nons are trivial. I hate them because they're big. They're really big. The movement in them is simplistic. It's just moving throughout them, but when you're actually the one playing it, the hitboxes are huge. They gave me a lot of trouble for that reason. And then her actual hitboxes on her spell cards are jank. I remember I think it's the 7th spell card she does, where she combines the birds and the dogs. My recommendation for that one is hold your transmitter until this point, then press it because the spell card is ass and you don't want to do it. And you know what? I did. I actually did capture it once though. I captured it once because I had to, but then I lost the attempt.
What the fuck is this garbage?
This is the 10 desires.
My 10 desires are to not do this and play 14 instead.
I'm not gonna lie, chat. I don't really like this game that much.
I don't either.
I like it more than UFO, but I don't think that's a high bar. Oh, that was...
Yep, good. Good.
One thing I don't like about this extra stage as well is Nue's, her patterns. I have a similar issue with Kogasa's in UFO, where they're pretty much... Well, aside from Nue's last one, they're all pretty much RNG. Like, Kogasa's 3 spell cards in the extra stage in 12 are just like, hope that you don't get hit.
Yep.
Yep.
How did you get through this?
Third favorite? People can have whatever favorite they want. I wouldn't say you're wrong for liking this game. There's just a lot to it that I personally don't really like. I can see the appeal though. I like the music. I also really like the character art. Like, I feel like if UFO didn't have the UFO mechanics, I would like it a lot more. That one mechanic like completely ruins the game for me though. Yep, that sounds about right.
Oh, what a good video game this stage is.
I mean, I really like Subterranean Animism, and that game is
That game is hard as balls.
that game is hard, yeah. But I like that game, even though it's difficult. I like UFO, can understand why someone would hate it. That's fair. That's perfectly fair. You know what? And what I've come to learn from my from the comments on the video I made, a surprising number of people chose to start with SA or LOL-K.
Wow.
And I don't know why they did that. I gotta hand it to them though. If you actually start with those games and continue playing Touhou games afterwards, that's a pretty big dick energy. Honestly. Like, you played the hardest games first and were like, damn, I gotta play more. That's crazy.
Fuck off!
I can't stand UFO. Even if you route that thing perfectly, it seems like even if one fuck-up ruins the whole route. Because everything is tied to whether or not you get the specific UFO drops. Then you'll have to practice your backups. They say the best speedrunners aren't the ones that execute their strats perfectly. They're the ones that execute their backups flawlessly. And that makes perfect sense to me. I'm not a speedrunner though, so I can't confirm that's true. But it's definitely something to see when a strat goes wrong and you see how a runner will back it up like on the fly. They basically need to know every which possible way they can correct a failed attempt. You know, when you're gunning for world records, sometimes backups aren't really valid. Sometimes they are. Not like every world record is 100% optimal.
No, if they were, they'd probably be a task.
Exactly. So, like, you know, there are definitely marathon safe backups, and then there are backups that, like, you can reasonably pull off in world record runs if you mess with
Sometimes the backup
right.
is the optimal strat, but it's just so hard you don't actually do it.
I guess like that's why it's plan B, yeah.
Yeah, like Crazy Gadget Skip, I think, is a pretty decent backup if you're behind.
SA is hard, but besides difficulty, I don't think it's anything crazy for a first game. Well, that's exactly what I think of it as. That's exactly why I think of it as a bad first game. It's because if it's your first intro, like, remember, the idea of the video was like an introduction for people who have never played Touhou or most likely have never touched a shmup before, right? So, getting welcome to the real worlded by a Touhou game is not the best feeling. I started with Touhou 6. I liked Touhou 6. I thought it was pretty rough. But now I can play it and I do appreciate it for what it is. But like, I don't think it's a great game to start with. But I wanted to play in chronological order. Subterranean was actually the game where I stopped playing Touhou games because I was just having so much trouble with it. Like, I played through 6, 7, 8, and 10, and I barely made it through 10. But when I got to 11, I couldn't beat Orin. I just couldn't. I kept trying and trying and trying, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to play these anymore. I'm just gonna watch someone else play them. So SA was the game that I quit, and this was from playing the games, all the games prior to it. So that's why I regard SA as like not a good starting point, because I pretty much gave up halfway through. I can't imagine what someone's first intro to the series being that one would be.
What the fuck even hit me?
I like SA, and it's one of those games that I think looks really cool when you play it well. I've never seen a Lunatic run of it. I'm hoping I see one at the World Cup, whenever that is. Speaking of that, does anyone have a date on that yet? I want to watch it. I don't even know when it starts, or what time zone it is.
This first 10 seconds of the stage can eat cocks.
SA doesn't get all too much worse on hard Lunatic. I thought it was pretty fucking hard on hard mode. The World Cup is this month. Well, I know that much, because sign-up stopped at the end of February, but I haven't seen a conclusive date yet. I want to watch it. 6 is the most affected by its age. 9 is too. Chad, did you know there's a glitch? There's a bug in Touhou 9 that you can't beat the game if you pick Lyrica with her alternate costume. Did you know that?
Why?
Because at the end of her story, her sisters show up, right? And her sisters also are playable in the game, but they don't have their own stories. But for whatever reason, Zun didn't mark it properly, so when they show up, they're also in their alternate costume, so the game's just like, uh-oh, and then you can't do it. So you can't use Lyrica's alternate outfit in a story run of her, or the game won't let you.
I don't even know how you use the alternate outfits in single player.
I don't remember either. Probably push a button. There's an official Twitter account. Yes, I follow them, and the last post they made was, like, the end of February. So we haven't seen anything yet. I guess I'm just waiting we're waiting on that, huh? Nobody really has a set date? I'm looking forward to it. I haven't got to watch high-level Touhou. I would recommend checking it out yourself, chat. I watched a couple before on VODs, but not too many. I want to watch it live. I feel like the experience would be more cooler live. That's what I like about these. When I pull this shit off live, it feels great. Because you didn't know I was gonna beat it. If you're watching a YouTube VOD and you look at the runtime, then you know I beat it. But if you're watching it live, you don't know if I'm gonna beat it. Like, Chad, I was sweating buckets when I fought Utsuho. Because I went to stage 6 with no extra lives. You think anyone had any faith in me being able to beat that? I didn't.
I didn't.
I got 1 extra life and immediately lost to Utsu's first spell card. And I fucking beat that run. Like, who believed me? Who believed in me on that? Doubters, I don't even mind if you doubted me. I doubted me, but I did it. But if you watch that shit live, you wouldn't have known that. But if you watch it as on a VOD, and you can probably gauge that, yeah, I did beat it first try. I don't know if the photo games are good for beginners, because on one hand they do teach movement and dodging, but the mechanic for actually playing those games is pretty different from the main games. Same with Violet Detector and Impossible Spell Card. Even though both of those games require you to shoot down bosses.
If you're recommending 14.3 as a starting point, you're an awful person.
What I'm trying to say is, while those are similar to the idea of mainline Touhou games, they have certain aspects of them that are supposed to be utilized alongside them that aren't present. So, yeah, you shoot as Seiya, sure, but at the same time you shooting as Seiya, you're also supposed to be using cheat items that you don't get otherwise. I think Shoot the Bullet and Double Spoiler are worth playing, and I do think that they're good at teaching you to dodge, but they are not beginner games. Those are games that you play after you've played at least half of the existing games. Maybe you can pit stop on them. It's hard for me to gauge it because, you know, when you talk about the games being good for new people, I'm no longer a new person to the series. So all I can really do is collect on my own normal mode knowledge that may or may not even be correct. Because remember, it's all a matter of opinion. I could say that this game is good, or I could say that this game isn't good. And there will be people who agree, and there will be people who disagree. Difficulty is subjective like that, so all I can really do is offer my own opinion on it. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I think you popped it too early.
Yeah, a little bit. What the fuck?
There's the light pieces there. Big ol' star.
I don't even know what the fuck hit me.
Alright. Human beings. I don't like this one.
I don't like this one either.
Oh. Andrew's been playing ISC item list and he's down to 10 spell cards. If he beats
but they're all
it,
bad.
if he beats that item list, then I have to do it. That's the rule. I don't break promises. I'll still be using sub items because the game doesn't count that as a.
There are 3 of them the game doesn't count.
Yeah.
Although one of them is bugged, so it's more like 2.
So those are fair game, but they won't make a massive difference, I don't think.
No, they're literally required. You need, I wouldn't say need, but they're too helpful to just be like, nah, I won't do this.
Download a completed save file.
No, I haven't played ISC outside of Discord streams, so I have eyewitnesses who can confirm whether or not I actually do this.
There's a reason the game is called Impossible Spell Card, after all.
Not very impossible, I've almost done it.
Well, your almost isn't good enough right now, is it?
No, it's not.
You gotta actually beat it. That's oh, that was a scary choice. That's the rule, chat. He beats it, I have to beat it. Otherwise, I'm not touching the game.
Fuck off. I didn't change anything about what I did, but the game is like, fuck you anyway. Alright, fuck the frogs.
I don't remember how this one works.
They explode, and I kind of have to deal with it.
I can't believe you lost to the frog god. Alright, she's a bomb shield.
Yeah, she's an extra stage boss.
I forgot about those. It's been a while since I've had to do an extra stage.
Just explode already.
Alright, now you need to do one more pattern. They're too big. What is Andrew's opinion on Yukari's micro-dodging spiral spell?
Is that 10-5?
This is the one that I was told to press the,
I don't have a trance button, though.
No, this isn't the one, sorry. It's the 7th one. I believe this one is just kind of dodging. So there is a pattern in that, by the way.
It's like a weird zigzag pattern. Okay. These monstrous schools. Right. This.
Alright,
I told myself when I was watching that I was gonna bomb this one. Now I don't have a bomb.
I did this one very, very scarily. Like, the way I handled this one was, like, kind of stupid. But I was really consistent at it. Hey. I also don't like her pseudo timeout.
Right, isn't that like next? Or?
No, it's the one after it. This is the one I'm told to press trance on and not actually do because it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah.
No. I watched Mega Man do this and was like,
it's
doesn't look
so hard.
Fuck off.
It's basically a battle of wonky hitboxes.
Son, what were you thinking with this?
Oh, what I don't like is I don't like the fake timeouts that Zung created in these 3 extra stages. And I don't, they're not necessarily timeouts per se, but with the way I have to play them, because I don't know how to do them, they were timeouts. So there was Koishi's genetic ramming shit, where I have 90 seconds to hit her and, like, bait her around, and no thanks. New A's Complete Darkness, which was just, yeah, I'm not actually capturing that, I'm just timing it out. And then Idiot Shrine Maiden, which was... Wait, chat. Does she turn into Sanai for that spell card, or does she always turn to Reimu?
For Marissa too.
She'll always turn to Reimu? Okay. The Overdrive version. Oh, right, yeah. I never actually did that one. I never really bothered with the, I never bothered with the Overdrive spell stuff. I don't really like them as much as, Last Words.
I don't even know what they are.
They're basically just like harder versions of existing spell cards. They're not like Last Words in the sense of it's a new spell card. It's just like a super version of an existing one. And I don't know, I don't think they're that amazing. That was the last of them though, that's for sure. It's always Reimu. But how can she turn into Reimu when she's never even seen Reimu? Isn't their first meeting when they fight in this stage? How can she turn to Reimu at that point? I don't understand. They're not interesting since it's just the same spell cards but more annoying. See, that's kind of how I saw it, yeah. Whereas Last Words are like, this is a whole new spell card that is fucking ridiculous. It's insane. It's super cool.
Basically, side game stuff. You can't bomb it. You only got one try. Fuck off.
There were overdrive cards planned for LoL K. That game did not need overdrive cards.
That entire game was overdrive.
Dude, give Junko an overdrive spell and it's just a perfect circle. Undodgeable. There you go. That's overdrive. The only way you can beat it is by bombing.
Thank God that she was right after Impossible Spell card came out. I don't want to think about what she would have done and then decided to put her in the game.
I've definitely heard that some cards end up becoming inadvertently easier on higher difficulties, and I think it's dependent on how the original pattern is meant to be done. So like, attacks that are pure RNG, you know, they're pure RNG, right? But sometimes attacks that are pure RNG gain an element of pattern to them when they increase in difficulty. Otherwise, it's just an extra layer of RNG, and that's awful. So an example I like to use for that is one of Clown Piece's timeout spells, the one where the moon circles around her and shoots stars. On normal mode, those stars are completely random, and on hard mode and beyond, there's a pattern to them. There's more bullets in general, but there actually is a consistent pattern to how they work. So in a way, it's easier than normal mode because there's a consistent way you can always do it. Lunatic can't be pure RNG at times because walling will be the issue. That's exactly it, right? That's exactly it. I'm not saying that there isn't elements of RNG in Lunatic, but since the way Lunatic works, you can't really afford to just do 3 layers of RNG on top of each other. Otherwise, you get situations where the game is just like...
That's called 14.3.
That's your own damn fault. Alright?
I mean, I know, I'm just saying. Funnily enough, though, some cards in 14.3, not actually terribly hard.
Well, I mean, you only got 10 left to do, so...
Yeah. There was one of them. I won't tell you which one it was, but I literally did it on my first time seeing it.
Chat, what is the most RNG heavy spell card on Lunatic? Is it Minariko's? Because I know that Minariko's last spell card with the lasers is RNG. But that's like the only one I can think of. But that's like a stage 1 boss, so you can kind of restart right away. And I'm pretty sure one of Sanai's cooldowns is also RNG, where you can just kind of get walled.
Pass me my phone. I need to see how I'm actually supposed to do this.
Okay. Eternal Meek? I guess, yeah. That one didn't change, does it? I don't know what that looks like in I don't know what that looks like in Lunatic. In general. I guess max rank Eternal Meek would probably look pretty whack, huh? I don't think I've ever seen max
No, I've usually gotten hit by that point.
Yeah. Max rank, Lunatic, Eternal Meek. Okay, chat's saying Eternal Meek. I can understand that. I don't get to see what those attacks look like on max rank in general, so on Lunatic it's probably worse. Because remember, if you're going for an LNN and EOSD, that means you're going to be dealing with max rank. Like, chat, at what point does rank max out in Touhou 6? Like, and do you willingly play in a way to avoid that in an LNN, or do you just fucking go for it and deal with it the whole way through?
If it's a Lunatic no miss no bomb, how do you avoid that?
You avoid grabbing points and stuff. Like, there are small things you can do, I believe, to kind of avoid it for a little bit, but ultimately I think it's gonna happen no matter what. Illusionary Dominance? Oh, fuck, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that one's just fantastic. 4th boss.
Chat, why the fuck does Marasa get a 40-second timeout in stage 4?
As far as I know, EOSD rank starts at 16, it caps at 32. And you can actually push it lower than 16 if you like do certain things. Bombing lowers it, getting hit resets it to 16. What's Illusionary Dominance other name? Peerless Wind God? Is that the Lunatic version? Because it's still Illusionary Dominance in hard mode. That spell card is fucking hard. You know, it's funny. I complained about Marasa having a timeout spell.
I didn't have my transmitter full.
I complained about Marasa having a timeout spell in 12, completely forgetting that Aya has one too.
Aya's is like 15 seconds long and it's just dodging. Marasa's is 40 seconds long and can eat fat cocks.
Hers is also after you beat the boss too.
True.
Why does she have a timeout spell there? It's like, oh, you beat her. Oh, actually, she's now Ghost, and now she goes vroom and causes bullet. I hate that timeout spell.
Yeah, it's awful.
I know where you're supposed to dodge an illusionary dominance, but it's still random. So, even the best players will get hit. You can definitely condense the playing field down to the side of the screen. But if it was simple, well then it wouldn't be talked about, would it?
Exactly.
Honest Man's Death can also be pretty RNG heavy. I don't remember that. Right, that's Moko.
Yeah.
You mean, is the RNG's in the red bullets, yeah? That one took a while for me to get down. Because it's really scary when you look at it, but once you know how the laser works, then you can have a little more confidence in it. The laser is so interesting though, because it's
I
like
don't think I got hit.
the laser literally does not become active until it hits the spot that you were standing when it first started to show up. So like you barely have to move to dodge it, but there's so much going on screen at the same time that you don't really want to. I hate these fairies.
Yeah, they're awful. Chat, you know what's a pet peeve of mine in Touhou? Enemies that you can't kill before they shoot.
I mean, if you could kill them before they shoot, you wouldn't be playing a shmup.
I mean, yeah, but like...
You can lower the amount of shit you're dealing with by shooting them first, but you can't really avoid every bullet.
No, I know.
But when you look at how much would be on screen if you didn't shoot anything, oh god. Do I plan to play Great Fairy Wars? I've already played it. I got a 1cc on it. We ended up going back to it to try the extra stage, and I didn't want to because I didn't like it.
Old Yokai number 1, that's her title?
She's a very old yokai, yeah. I don't hate the game, I just don't like the mechanic. And I have a feeling that on higher difficulties, it's going to be all the more important, to a point where if you don't use it every single opportunity you get, you're not going to be able to beat it. So, I'm afraid I'm not really looking forward to doing that, so I won't be playing it again. I tried the extra stage, I really did, but I don't like it.
I couldn't even want to see the game, and I didn't like it much either.
I got to Marissa like twice, and that was it.
I didn't have any bombs, I'm a fucking idiot.
Pick one. The worst RNG spell. The worst RNG spell are Junko's PDH. Pristine Don Maku Hell. That's her last spell card, isn't it? I hate that one. Actually, I hate her timeout more, if you can believe it. Her timeout spell is 30 seconds of just... Oh, it shoots around you and you go through it. It's so easy when you look at it, but then I can't fucking do it and it gets on my nerves. I hate it so much.
Yeah, it's awful.
Here's what I hate about timeout spells. They make you play them for a minimum of 15 seconds. They're slow as shit, and you don't have to do anything with you don't have to do any critical thinking. And then the last 5 seconds are just like bullets everywhere. Like, what? Alright, you're on the last 5 seconds. Learn, bitch! Learn! Learn how to dodge this right now! And then, if you don't dodge it, you gotta do the whole thing again. You gotta sit through the whole fucking process once more, just for the shot at the 5 seconds again. Tell me I'm wrong! Tell me I'm wrong! That's what Fantasy Heaven was. Fantasy Heaven was me dodging consistently for the first 15 seconds, then hoping for a miracle in the last 10.
Unfortunately, Sinai didn't exist at that point.
It's true, look at every timeout spell, man.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. They just become vomit at the end because it's like, wow!
But you only have to dodge the vomit for about 4 seconds. Like, Koishi actually doesn't have a timeout spell like that, but it's also because she has 2 timeout spells naturally and basically another one with the one I can't do. Because it's like, you have to dodge the expanding rows, and then you have to dodge the blue one, and then you have to dodge I don't even remember what they were. I remember they were being really dumb though. One of them was easy to dodge, that was the first one. The second one was like crisscross diagonal dodging, and then the yellow one was just like, can you do this? No? That's okay, you can press bomb now. Subterranean Rose. That is the one spell card that has been recommended to me in an extra stage so far. That was just, this gets really hard if you shoot it, so if you want to time it out, that is okay too. But I chose not to. I chose not to time it out. And I almost paid for it, but I did beat it. Fairy patterns before new in this stage are straight up copies of the Great Fairy Wars last stage. Copies? You telling me that Zun would reuse assets in this game? You telling me that new right there with her UFO art? That Zun would not reuse assets from his old games? There's only so many bullet patterns you can do, right? And besides, nobody played Great Fairy Wars. So he can use whatever pattern he wants from it. Nobody will ever be able to tell. And now, it's too late to tell.
Well, now I just think it's been long enough to where you can get away with it.
Get Subterranean Rose to its final stage, then time it out. Sorry, but I don't have the stones for that. That requires a whole new level of flexing that I cannot hope to perform. I don't think you got the life pieces, no.
No, I didn't.
You used it too early again.
I was like, yo, bomb pieces? That's pretty sick.
Oh, you got your one up. Well, maybe not. Well, maybe you did. That fairy's gonna pop and you're not gonna get your life piece. Alright. Here we go. Play that extra for a month. I couldn't play it for a day. You got more patience than me, dog. You picked an interesting spot both times there.
I'm trying to hit her, but she's moving towards the wall, so,
45 frames per second? What are you doing? Don't get me wrong, I think the freezing stuff is actually very cool to watch and very satisfying when it works, but I don't like the over-reliance on the mechanic. And as I said, in the extra stage, it basically felt like if I didn't use it every single opportunity, there was just no hope of me getting through the stage. I can't look at these cooldowns. That was so risky. That thing spawned inside of you.
yes, it did.
You're gonna have to. Wow.
I don't know how I got through it. Yeah,
Look on the bright side.
I'm alive.
Nice. ESA had a Grand Fairy Warriors speedrun last month. It wasn't a speedrun, it was a score run. I ended up catching the last 2 minutes of it. It was a 30-minute run. I didn't get I never went back and rewatched the VOD to see what they did. I kind of want to do that because, again, that game is really satisfying to watch when someone is actually like doing the mechanic properly. But that game is hard. Whew.
You know what? Fuck it. Throw a star at it.
Scarlet Curiosity. You know I bought that like over a year ago now, and I still haven't played it. It's sitting on my desktop. It's just been there the whole time.
Yeah. Good spot for that frog.
Tempest of Heaven and Earth is a game that I never finished, but played at the first couple stages of it. The game is fucking phenomenal, but I don't see many people talk about it. I haven't played that on stream either. I'm holding many games. Yep.
Nah.
It's like 8 years old. Well, As of Reflections is also pretty old too. It's just, for some reason, like 7 years after its release date, it got a Switch and a PS4 port. And I was like, what? I didn't know it came out so long ago, considering like when I saw it on the PS4 shop, I was like, this game looks pretty good. It is a good game, I liked it.
Just kill her before it ends. There we go.
It's like the Bardock. You get
I don't know where I
deathballed.
am.
You get death balls, but you're still hitting them, so you take them out. He does that fucking smile. Alright, have fun.
Thanks, I won't.
Empress of Heaven and Earth legit one of the best bang games I ever played. I don't remember why I didn't bother going back to playing it, because I remember it being really good. But it's been a while since I touched it. Luna Knights is fantastic, and I plan on revisiting that one as well.
Yeah.
Tune.
Fucking explode already! For fuck's sake! How long have I been going? God, you know what? You go back to doing hard mode. I'm done with this now. For now.
Alright, my turn again, chat. Whoa! Okay, now it's my turn to play. Good thing I beat. Oh, whoops. Good thing I beat Mamizo already, so I don't have to beat her
Do you
again.
think survival spells would be better if instead of speeding up the same attack, they just added things to a base pattern to make it more complex? Yes.
I mean, that's what they do, but then they also speed it up afterwards. It's less so speed and more so the amount of shit that shows up at a time. So like the bullets don't get faster, they just show up faster.
I can think of a really good example of that. It's called 1010 of 14.3.
What's that?
You know that thing Yukari did where she basically used like one of every bullet in the game?
Yeah,
She does that but harder.
Oh.
Yeah, I have beaten that one though.
Well, you just gotta dodge.
It is just dodging. It looks tricky because she shoots some bullets that you wouldn't expect her to shoot.
Did you see that giant clump of spirits coming towards me?
Yes.
I thought it was a bullet.
Hey Dylan, how would you feel if I told you Yukari shoots heart bullets?
Why?
Difficulty.
I hate hard bullets, dude.
Heart bullets aren't fun.
I don't care if I know how they work now. They've left a bad mark on my my psyche.
Because there's one other character that uses them.
Koishi threw them at me and it fucking ruined me.
Your mind was broken.
Come back here, spirit bitch. For Bluey. You know, I don't even know how to make gray spirits show up. And they're the ones that increase the transmuter by a lot.
Wait a minute, you're telling me there's a method to this?
I think so.
What? I hate this game.
You gotta play the game the way it's mapped out. Otherwise, the game is not good.
I don't think a game should be good if it needs to be mapped out. Difficulty pending, of course.
Well, remember, this game isn't exactly well known, or known for its difficulty patterns, right?
No, but I still hate it.
Well, you hate it because I don't get a million lives.
I hate it.
You know, SA may be tough, but at least I was able to accumulate an extra life like every stage.
You know, UFO may suck, but at least I can max my lives by stage 3.
Yeah, if you don't get hit, then you're fucked.
Yeah, that's kind of how you max out your lives, Dylan.
Then why is it a problem in this game? If you don't get hit...
You can't max out your lives in this game.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, because you're not getting hit, you don't need them anyway.
Yeah.
I can get max lives.
Anybody.
I can get max lives in UFO if I don't get hit. Well, guess what? If you don't get hit in this game, you can beat the game anyway.
Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Besides, Subterranean...
That argument applies to literally every Touhou game.
Subterranean doesn't even have an issue with that. You get lives, you just need to not be bad at the game.
If I'm not bad at the game, I probably don't need them.
The thing is, what really highlights it is how little lives you get in this game compared to SA, but SA hits me way more times.
True. UFO also hits you a lot.
Which is insane when you think about how many times I got hit in UFO, or not UFO, SA compared to this game. Yet, like, why did I do better in SA despite getting hit more, right?
You get more. I don't like this game's gimmick. It's starving you for resources at the cost of difficulty. It's not very fun, in my opinion. Sure, it feels good to feel good and not get hit, but then you do get hit, and getting hit in this game is like getting hit 5 times inside SA.
Yeah, kinda.
And now I'm apparently learning that these spirit things aren't even consistent, and now I really don't know how I feel about it. You don't get many lives in this game, yet you get a lot of bombs and trances.
What? That's a lie.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely drop more bomb pieces than they do life pieces in this game, that's for damn sure.
Why do you need 8 of them?
I don't know, ask none. That's another thing. This game requires more pieces than any other game.
Well, no, some of them tie for 8. Pretty sure you need 8 in, which one is it? No, I don't think so, actually. No, you might need 8 for 14. I think you need 8 for 14, but you need 3 for, lives. Because you get a bomb piece a lot.
It's 3 in 14.
3.
Well, no, it's 5 because Sakia...
5 or 8?
It's 5 because Sakia's bomb drops 3 bomb pieces, which I know isn't a full life, and it's not 4, so it's gonna be 5.
I just know they reduced the life count because you get the life piece every 5 bomb pieces, so it's like, you sure it's not 8?
It's definitely not 8. Actually, no, it is 8. I think it is actually 8.
I thought so. It's like you pretty much melt bomb pieces from going for the resource mechanic.
Yeah, it is 8. Chat's confirming.
Alright, I thought so. Chat, I made a video on this and I can't fucking remember. What was even the point? I told you I'd forget the information I learned though. I had that in the video. I wonder if I can dodge this by standing perfectly still.
I mean, how do you think I do stage 4 of SA? I never got hit by that, by the way, despite your many fears that I would.
You like that?
Bomb piece.
Bye, bomb piece. Yeah.
So chat, who's ready for me to talk about something new for like 2 minutes because I don't have much to say about it?
Oh, me?
No, me.
What do you have to talk about?
XCOM.
What?
I bought XCOM because
Why?
Because I wanted to.
Why would you buy that game?
What do you mean, why would I buy that game?
I mean, why would you buy that game? What else could I possibly mean when I say that?
Because it's a strategy game. I wanted to
You don't think?
Well, no, I don't, and it shows in my gameplay.
See? That's your problem.
Exactly. Chat, here's what I've learned about XCOM in the 2 hours that I played it before the stream. All of your soldiers are really frail. The hit rate is a formality, and no one can aim. I'm serious.
I know. The hit rate is a meme.
Yeah, the hit rate in that game is a meme. I go to the square next to an alien, and I've got an 85 hit rate. I'm like, why is this not 100?
Because that motherfucker can dodge it like it's the Matrix. Can't you?
Also, well, no, believe it or not. Also, the panic status can eat many fat cocks.
Maybe you shouldn't panic then, idiot.
Dylan, imagine if you were playing Fire Emblem and one of your units got hit, and then the units next to it responded by running away, and then you couldn't control them. That's what the panic status is.
That's good.
That's not good. Not right.
Are you? Oh, I love your game!
I know I did that to me a few times.
So how much? I lost 1 whole ember on that. Okay.
You lost 8 bomb pieces. You only got 5. It's 100% or a miss. Yep. I've missed more 70s than I already care to admit.
If I remember correctly, in Fire Emblem, specifically in like Awakening, there was actually like a hidden element to it that rounded.
Was it Awakening? I thought it was a different game.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was originally in Awakening.
I mean, maybe it was Awakening.
But like when it says like you have if your percentage for hitting was above 95%, it was going to hit. And if your percentage was like 2%, then it just wasn't gonna hit or something like that.
Yeah, rounding basically.
But then I'm pretty sure in Fates they made it so the number displayed is exactly what you think it is.
Which is good.
I gave Rika the Great Club, and she had a 50% chance to hit anything, but a 100% crit rate. So if she actually hit something, I knew.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good way to put it. Hit rates in XCOM are basically like Pokemon accuracies.
100% of the time, misses every time.
Yeah.
I didn't get the light piece. Ah! If a move can miss, it is almost certain that it will miss.
Yeah. That's why I tend not to run inaccurate moves. That's why it kind of amazes me that Thunder is the preferred move in GSC meta.
If I wanted to hit, I would have ran Thunder. If I wanted guaranteed damage, I would have ran Thunderbolt. Some
Yeah,
people
but-
can rationalize their choices like that, which is good.
Well, I know for an example, Mega Man X could run either Flamethrower or Overheat, and while Flamethrower was more consistent, Overheat could pick up some KOs that Flamethrower couldn't.
Yeah, but it can miss.
Yeah, but that's
But
the
like
thing.
you have to live with that, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. You basically gotta pick.
People be like, put Focus Blast on my Pokemon, have it miss, be like, I fucking hate Pokemon. And to be fair, some Pokemon can only run Focus Blast as coverage.
True.
So,
Alakazam.
yeah. Why is
Yeah.
Alakazam's move pool so bad when he's so strong?
It's not awful, but
It's pretty bad, all things
Psychic,
considered.
Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast. Doesn't have hidden
Can't
power.
learn Thunderbolt.
Nope.
If
He
it
did
could
have
learn
the
Thunderbolt, that would be pretty sick.
Yeah. GSC meta is bad, so who cares? I mean, GSC is probably the last meta I'd play, just by the way it's been described. I know it's not really all stall, but nah.
Gold, Silver, Crystal?
Yeah, GSC.
Well, yeah, it's all breast talk
pretty,
stuff, right?
Yeah, it's pretty. Sounds like it's just.
I don't think
for the
Gen
long
1
run.
meta sounds very fun either.
I've played a few Gen 1 OU games, and it's kind of dumb fun. It's not something I would do seriously, but it's dumb fun.
I tried to pop Trance to grab that life piece, but that wasn't happening.
Gen 3 meta sounds like it'd be pretty alright.
Yeah, Gen 4 and Gen 3. I'm pretty sure Gen 4 is considered one of the best metas.
Yeah. I like how Latios was banned 9 years after the generation ended.
Gen 5 was then Weather Wars. Gen 5
If you
was
like
definitely...
weather, then, yeah.
Gen 5 was definitely when I started seeing competitive battling as something I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then,
not really, not me per se, but that was kind of when I learned about competitive.
don't worry, I'll grab it. Just a
Okay.
Gen 6, there were a lot of Pokemon in Gen 6 that really made me not want to touch that.
I didn't play Gen 6 terribly much. I did try, though. I wasn't very good, though. I was a dumb kid who
Kangaskhan
didn't-
was already pretty obnoxious. Talonflame made me want to eat my shoe.
That's why I used a Rhyperior on Wi-Fi battles.
I hate Talonflame.
A lot of people did. Gen 7, I barely played Gen 7 OU. I pretty much only played it to meme.
I also didn't like Gen 7 because of the Ultra Beasts and the Tapus.
What's wrong with the Ultra Beasts?
They were really strong. Well,
Oh
some
yeah,
of them were.
Guzzlord was too
Some
powerful.
of them were. Listen, you shithead. You know I'm talking about
I know.
Pheromosa.
Well, Pheromosa was banned, so that hardly counts.
Exactly, but they were just all allowed instantly. It's just like, oh, this is what the meta
Well,
is starting
you kind of got
as.
to allow, well, unless a Pokemon is blatantly broken. Like, I guess you got to remember, Pheromosa has like no defenses, so
Yeah, but look at the ones that did make it through that ban list. Celesteela.
Yeah.
The Tapus are still obnoxious.
The Tapus are obnoxious, except Bulu. It's worse than Rillaboom.
Well, okay, well, it's different.
But we're not at Gen 8 yet. Tapus were... I don't hate Tapus terribly much. I kind of hate more so that they enable Hawlucha, who I just don't like fighting. Because that thing is...
Late game sweepers are always a bitch to fight.
Yeah, I don't like fighting Hawluchas. Poor Tapu Bulu. Yeah. I don't know. Not all Ultra Beasts were terribly broken, obviously. Like, they were all good, sure, but like, yeah, they weren't all broken. Yeah, this looks like fun. Oh, you beat it.
Waste of a bomb, maybe, possibly, who knows?
Listen, I don't want to bully Bulu, because I think Bulu is cool. Unfortunately, it got the shortest end of the stick.
I don't like Bulu. I think it's ugly.
I mean, it's easily the ugliest of the three, but I kind of like, or the four, but
Coco's noise in Smash Bros. Is also terrible.
it's funny, but it's also annoying.
Terrible.
Lele and Feeny are fine, though. They're nice.
Wonder how those Pokemon would be if they weren't more than just terrain setters. Because obviously they have their own things alongside that, but terrain is still really good, and them setting it is very good.
Yeah. I mean, look at Rillaboom. It went from rarely used to OU staple when it got Grassy Surge.
That's the thing, right? That's why I don't like weather as a mechanic, because so many Pokemon just immediately become the hottest shit in the world because they can set their own weather. Like, whenever I watch a Fall Swipe gaming on a Pokemon, it's like, yeah, this Pokemon kind of sucked, and then it gained the weather ability,
and then
it became...
Politoed got Drizzle.
and then it became too good for the meta as a whole. And it's like, okay. Well, this is the last one, so now I have bombs again. So yeah, this is
fun. Chad, I have a fun trivia question for you that I learned recently that I'm gonna double check before I ask it. Because I don't want to look like a darn fool.
Chat, what if she heals back to full?
It sounds like a you problem. Oh, she's back past the point of no return. Chat, Ultra Beast may have been good, but they were all doofy and I love them all. My favorite is probably Blacephalon. Dumb little clown bastard.
Fucking throws his head at you.
Yeah,
I actually really like Celesteela's design. I just hate it as a Pokemon fighting it.
It's Yu-Yu right now.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Corviknight is a really good Pokemon.
Oh, like, really?
Corviknight is very good.
But Celesteela has health. It can heal.
Oh, it has Leaf Seed.
Yeah, exactly. It can heal.
But
what?
But what?
But what?
Corviknight has immediate recovery, can pressure stall.
Oh yeah, right. He also
U-turn.
has ability. I completely forgot that he has access to a move called Roost.
Yeah.
Which is better than Leech Seed.
He also has U-turn.
U-turn? Oh yeah, right. So
yeah.
he can.
Garm is also still in Yu-Yu. With Corviknight, it's just kind of better than them all.
There we go.
Can pressure stall I can pressure stall Stealth Rock so it can win Defog Wars. That's a big one. I'm just double checking something real quick. Never mind. I was wrong about something.
Excelente.
Do I prefer singles or doubles? I usually play singles, but I do think VGC is a fun thing to do every now and then.
I think doubles is a better format, but yes. I don't think the way they went with it was a good idea. Where they allowed shit like the primals to just be okay.
Yeah, the rule right now is you can only bring one legendary on the team for VGC 2021.
Like, I always thought doubles was better because it avoided very one-sided events.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Gen 4 VGC, which will let you bring 4 legendaries on a team, but only 2 into the battle.
Shit.
And then it was, you could only bring 2 at all, and now the rule is you can only bring 1. Weather is very matchup dependent. Weather is called if you aren't, like if your team just isn't like built to beat weather, you just lose.
Yeah.
Weather is very good. Like there's a reason Gen 5 banned Drizzle and Swift Swim together because the amount of effort you had to go through to beat that was a lot. And that's not to say you couldn't. You basically either ran a weatherless team that was good against weather, or you ran a different weather, or you just ran rain yourself. Yeah. I don't blame you. Oh, good, they locked onto her. They didn't even kill her. Good old drag mag. Right. I forgot.
The drag mag strats.
Yeah. Use Magnezone to get rid of the steals and then go wild with your many dragons. Chat, you know what I'm interested in regarding the Gen 4 remakes is that they never showed us the legendaries, so I'm wondering what they're going to do with them.
Brilliant Dialga. Flawless Palkia.
No, it's not flawless. It's shiny.
Yeah, right. I prefer Pokemon Crazy Diamond! Oh, that's a spot I found myself in.
Weather being permanent does feel like it validates stalling the strat a lot more, though. I don't remember how stall did in Gen 5. It might have been its weakest, but don't quote me on that. I'm no historian on that.
This is great. I thought I killed her and was really confused why the fight wasn't over.
I wonder why doubles only allows you to bring 4v4 instead of 6v6. Because strategy.
You can bring 6 in the team preview, but you don't have to use them all.
You can't
so you
use
build a
BGC
team that
is
can
4v4, which I think is interesting.
I think it's good.
Yeah. You basically play a mind game before the game even starts.
Reminds me of the Seeking Ball Swipe gaming that I just watched.
Yeah.
The guy who brought Seeking on his team so people would think his Urshifu
yeah, it was mono water, except not really, because it was Urshifu single strike. That's some deep tech, though.
It worked.
Yeah, he won. He won the event.
Did you imagine, Chad, just assuming, like, what are you gonna do? Get mad at him because you assumed that he was running mono type?
Yeah. Otherwise, why else would he bring a Seeking unless it was mono water rain? But it wasn't mono water rain. It was Urshifu single strike. That Pokemon was really dumb, and I'm glad they made it. Here's my 80 base power move that always results in a critical hit. This isn't obnoxious at all.
Moves that result in a guaranteed crit usually have a base power of 40 or 60.
Surging Strikes is 25 and hits 3 times, but also murders you on Ferrothorn. Like, Rapid Strike is still good, and it definitely started seeing more use once Single Strike was banned, but it is...
Oh, gee, I wonder why. It's almost like the better option of the two fucking disappeared.
Yeah. It's not like Rapid Strike is a perfect replacement either, obviously, but it's not bad. Kind of fun to use if they don't have a Ferrothorn or a Rocky Helmet. Or, both at the same time.
By Ghost.
She just vanishes.
Well, she's a ghost. That's what they do.
I guess. Yiko doesn't even do that, though.
Well, she's King Ghost. You ever hear of Pumpkin, King of the Ghosts?
Yes. That
card sucks.
Yeah, Rapid Strike was basically only a rain team thing. And then, well, now it's used more outside of those, but it's definitely a rain staple. Surging Strikes and rain is one hell of a thing to switch into. Also, yeah, Unseen Fist is a great ability in doubles, where Protect is everywhere.
That's true. When you're running double sets, you pretty much think of 3 moves, and the 4th one always goes to Protect.
Yeah.
Because it's a valid strategy. It's just the AI will make you believe otherwise, because they will always press that button if it's 100% guaranteed to work. They will press the button no matter what.
Shout out to that one guy who actually ran a mono water team. He had no points on the ladder, and he tried calling my team bad because I used fake out singles.
I mean, he was running mono water, Andrew. He knew what he was doing.
He also had 0 points on the ladder.
What was his team?
Mono water.
Okay, but what Pokemon? There's a lot of water types.
I don't know, man. This was like early Sword and Shield Are You? I don't remember what was in that tier. Mono water, though. I think he had a Quillfish.
You sure he was playing the right game?
Yes. Quillfish is in Sword and Shield.
Alright, well, pressing the button doesn't mean shit sometimes, so that's okay.
He was like, Fake Out isn't even that good in singles. I'm like, you're running mono water with rain. It's doing pretty good for me right now.
How is Fake Out not good in singles?
I don't know.
It's a free turn.
It is a free turn. My favorite was in Gen 7 NU. I ran that on Technician and upon with Silk Scarf, so
That's the end of the game. No, you're playing again.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll continue when I
Fuck, I hate this
switch.
game, man.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Five lives. 5 lives, all I had.
I ran Ambipom with Silk Scarf and Technician, so Fake Out had a power of 72.
Dude, Ambipom is one of my favorite Pokemon Gen 4.
Dude, I wish it would come back because I really want to use it.
It's Technician Fake Out did so much damage.
It did like 40% to a Tauros once and then outsped it, and I was like, cool. Offense isn't allowed to play the game.
I ran double hit and then pressed the button and was like, wow, that does damage.
I tried running Choice Band Skill Link Tail Slap, and he always missed, so I gave up on that.
I don't even remember what the move Rototiller does, but I know that Diggersby knows it. Game's still hard. I don't have many lives to work with. Get hit once. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bomb here every time to get my...
Plus 1 attack, special attack for ground and grass types. That is a weird ass move.
I didn't know that existed.
It's basically growth, but activated by someone else.
Shout out to coaching. Who remembers the move coaching?
Your Mons and your opponent's Mons. What move?
Coaching.
What?
Coaching. That was
Coaching? Oh, right. Who fucking learned that? Wasn't that one of the monkey moves?
No. That's the fighting type tutor move that came from Isle of Armor.
The fuck is that move?
It gives your partner a +1 to attack and defense.
Okay. It's a no you bulk up. Alright, sure.
Yeah, you know who uses it? Riolu, because Prankster.
Just Riolu?
Yeah, because no one else can do it. No one else will do it.
Okay.
Shoutouts to Riolu, who has one of the funniest gimmick sets and singles you'll ever see, which is the copycat 2-turn move strat.
Shit, what was I gonna say? What was the move that Oranguru learned then?
Instruct.
That was it. I thought coaching was that.
No. Different move.
I'm glad my video can help people. Because that's why I made it. Of course, there will always be someone that won't be happy with what I've done.
Actually, I started with subterranean animism and it wasn't even that hard, Mr.
Here's what I've come to learn. There will always be someone.
There will always be someone.
There will always be someone like that. And if you give them the time of day, they will never go away. So you just let their comments sink into the void, and then no one will ever see it, and no one will ever care. And that's all.
Did I death trance? Did I successfully death trance?
The answer is yes.
I death tranced.
Good thing you remembered you could do that.
Yeah, I remember.
I heard the sound.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I death tranced!
I death tranced. Then I got fucked by RNG! Woo! What a fun video game this is.
I missed out on the third monkey entrepreneur to cap off the Oranguru parts. Plus Simeon giving him monkey business as his signature move. You know, my opinion of monkeys was never really that high. But now I feel differently. I feel like I could do a flip.
Monkey flip.
It's always nice to see when my video does help someone out. It's gonna tickle my fancy for a while, that's for sure. It is also cool to read the comments of other people's experiences starting with Touhou. Because again, a lot of people seem to have started with SA or LOL-K, and it's like, I don't know why you did that, but good on you for sticking with it. There really is no wrong answer, but there are certainly some answers that I would recommend against, you know? He still wanted to play SA first because of the funny bucket girl, so who am I to say no? Well, at that point, you just prepare yourself for the I told you so. If he beats it, then good shit, because that's
That's a hell of a first endeavor as far as these games is gonna go. But that's a very interesting reason for picking that one first, that's for sure. The first 3 minutes of the stage. Give it a week? I'll give him 11 minutes! Wants to start with EOSD? There's nothing wrong with that. To be honest with you, EOSD is probably the one I expect most people to start with. Despite it not being the end-all be-all beginner. But it's also the first in the series. And I'm definitely one of those people who would prefer to watch or play things in order, even if it doesn't really require you to know what's going on.
I moved out of the way, but okay, Niue.
I'll get used to that one, because that fucking spell card is annoying. Mountain of Faith isn't a bad starter either. The only thing about that one is that its life count is kind of low, and its stage restart thing can be frustrating after a while. But I guess if you don't have the other games to play off of, you won't even really care about the lives. Because like coming from EOSD, PCB, and Imperishable Night, where you get to start with multiple lives, all of a sudden Mountain of Faith's just like, oh, you want more than 2 lives? 2 extra lives? Nah.
John, look at my trance gauge.
It's just about full.
Yeah, I guess you're not gonna fill it because they don't drop Gray Spirits.
Well, the blue ones also give it. Didn't you watch the video?
No.
What?
Well, I know I did, but I don't remember that part. Dude, I've already forgotten what they did.
Did you even listen? This is gonna be on the test.
Fuck this game.
My personal bias towards this game prevents me from recommending it to people.
Yes. I don't even think it's a personal bias. I'm just not sure this game is even good.
I don't like it very much. But on the other side of that spectrum, my opinion on double dealing characters, like, yeah, you should try it out. People are like, this game has a lot to it that's kind of difficult. Are you sure about that? And you know what? They brought up a lot of good points. So, I think my opinion on 10 Desires and double dealing characters is a little weird. I like double dealing character though, but I honestly think that at this point that it's mostly because it isn't Touhou 12 or Touhou 13.
May very well be.
It's the better of those 2 games put together in one game that makes perfect sense to me. Really, there isn't anything overly remarkable about Touhou 14. It just feels like this game, but no dumb gimmick and a better idea of what it wants to do.
Chow, why is Sanai's shot type what it is in this game? Like, what is this? What are the waves?
Hume.
Like, look at this. What is this?
I do think that double dealing character has some really whack-ass gimmicks. Specifically Seija. Seija's gimmick is fucking annoying. Sukuna's You Grow Bigger spell card is also annoying.
Well, supposed to shoot twice. But this game is so good that they did it anyway.
Well, I mean, that's not that different from other characters. That has nothing to do with the game. Flip around. Nothing about the ghost gauge has ever felt good to me. I dislike it a lot. Because I find it's hard to fill. And you can't use it unless it's full, but if you get hit, then you use it anyway. So
yeah,
the amount of times I can actually use my own transmitter is kind of low. Unless I map out everything in which I need to use it for and how to get more. Which, you know, I'm not doing that. That requires quite a time sink to figure out how to beat the game. Oh, that almost didn't work. I think, yeah, now would be... There you go, you got one of them.
And now Niue!
I don't think trance is my least favorite gimmick. Mine is UFO, but you already knew that.
Honestly, I think I hate the way this one is handled a bit more. Like, UFO is not a great mechanic, but it makes sense. This one just has a bunch of decisions made about it that just make me wonder why.
I agree with that. That's actually something else I don't like about this game, is how they explode with resources around them, but you can still run into them and get hit anyway.
Yep.
The entire Ghost Gauge has a soft UFO-like problem with that you need to get to the top of the screen to actually efficiently fill it. Yeah? Otherwise, it's just kind of like, it's there, but I don't know how to get to the top of the screen. Getting to the top of the screen is hard.
It is hard, except for in DDC.
Well, it's still hard in DDC, but you don't have to go super far up the screen. You just have to touch the line and then back the fuck up. As much as UFOs suck, at least they still let you get resources bit by bit, even if you don't do perfect. Losing your trance early in a stage can mean you lose out of the whole stage worth of extra resources if you don't know how to build it back up safely. That's actually a good point. I can agree with that. One death can really just make a significant difference in the entirety of your routing with this game, because you just don't gain the ability to get things. There's more on the sides. Alright. Magic! Again, everyone has their preferred games, and everyone has the games that they don't really like. You know mine, chat. You know mine. You're never not gonna know mine. But look at it this way. There are people who like EOSD, and there are people who despise EOSD. And EOSD is regarded as one of the greatest things to ever happen to Touhou, so there you go, right? Just because your opinion is different doesn't mean it's incorrect. Unless you truly believe that UFO is a better game than Subterranean Missile. If you trance, you get twice. Yeah, when you in trance mode, you double your you double the amount of resource pieces you get. So the optimal strategy for trance mode is to use it when life pieces and bomb pieces show up, so you can get ×2 the amount. But you know, if you don't have a full bar, you can't do that. And considering how hard it is to get resource pieces in general in this game, that's kind of a problem. So you need to know exactly how everything works, but you also need to not get hit, so you don't lose your transmitter. I don't consider Touhou 9 in the same like regard as mainline Touhou games. Even though it is a mainline Touhou game, it's too different. Well, you tried.
Cool.
Almost got her.
Yeah, but now I had to waste a bomb on 1 pixel of health because good fucking game.
TD and UFO are bottom of the barrel for me. POV was worst case. Aki held hostage 30 minutes on Lunatic. Didn't even know that was possible. She doesn't. Well, it's not even a matter of like playing the game against her. It's just like you have to run a clock. She's basically a timeout spell. Kind of goofy how those work. TD's extra is something. I don't regard this as easy by any means. Funny enough, the extra stage, if you can believe it, the extra stage that I beat the quickest was 12s. I don't know how that happened.
Probably for the best that it did.
It is for the best it did, because I might not have gone back to it. Like, we beat UFO. I tried the extra stage for about 20 minutes. I tried the extra stage for about 20 minutes. Hated it. Decided to come back to it later. Played it for another 20 minutes or so. And I beat New. So, congratulations, me. Nice.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to do there, but anyway.
UFO's extra better than the main game. I think UFO's extra stage is some of the most garbage shit I've ever seen.
This is some of the most garbage shit I've ever seen. Come on! Of course.
Close.
Fuck off! Piece of shit game.
Can't say I agree with most of the people saying modern X is being considered easy. Depends how modern. Depends how modern you're talking. Touhou 16 and Touhou 17, me and Andrew beat the extra stage really fast.
Well,
Andrew literally beat it on his first try.
Yeah, I didn't beat 16, but I could if I went back to it. I just kind of ran out of steam for that day.
But those ones shit resources on you. And the beast mechanic is very friendly against Saki. So those ones were pretty...
We also played with Otter.
That's true, we also played with Otter. We also played every other extra stage up to that. Touhou 15's extra stage can suck a dick, though. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do that one legitimately.
I wouldn't mind going back to it, honestly.
Alright, ready for fun?
No.
Okay.
Nope, no fun here, no fun zone, yes sirree. Do I really have to keep playing this?
So you see how
We're
when...
at 2 hours.
You see how when the bullets shoot outwards, you need to kind of get to the end of it so you don't get crisscrossed.
I know, but this spell card is ass.
Hey, the UFO's extra stage starts with random fireball spam. All extra stages usually start with aim bullets or something simple. I just hate the whole stage, dude, because the whole thing feels like fucking spam. And on top of that spam is more UFO mechanics. It is a miracle I beat that stage at all. And then I managed to get through Niue. That fun fact, that is the only timeout spell in an extra stage I've actually ever captured too. And it was the first time I reached it. I captured it first try. I've never captured another timeout spell. Not from a lack of trying, but I never was able to do it. Only Niue's. We'll see how bad 18's extra stage is. I guess it depends on a few things. Number one is what the gimmick is, and number two is how many resources they throw at you.
I didn't get any of those pieces.
You got one.
You know what I want to know? I want to know if someone's going to fix the bug where if you bomb during the timeout spell, they get health.
God, I hope not. I like that bug.
Pretty nice bug. It makes everything easier. I'm surprised you managed to forget about it twice. How did you miss it twice?
Do you think 18 will be hard just because of how the opinion of Touhou 17 and 16 was? Because I feel like Touhou 15 is what it is as well because of the opinion of Touhou 13 and Touhou 14. LOL K2, Electric Boogaloo. 16 considered easy? I don't know if it's considered easy, but
I thought the game was pretty hard, honestly.
I think it's pretty easy to understand. And compared to the game before it, definitely a lot easier. I like 16 because it's very straightforward. And I like its mechanic because its mechanic is friendly to the player.
I've not been the best time about this, but I also don't care anymore. I have no intention of beating this stage, and I really don't ever want to play this game again.
17 has some hard shit too, but the way the beast mechanic works, you kind of have a lot going for you, even in the event of difficulty. Except when you can't see. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, bullet visibility is a problem in that game.
A little bit. Especially on the last spell card in the game. Because the entire spell card is just little kunai, and you're pretty much constantly in a roaring beast mode. Berserk roaring mode, so it's like you can't do anything, but you sit there and try to see through it. As far as like the sub-season gauge stuff works, specifically the summer sub-season is like the best one for beginners because it only takes one bar and it pretty much does what you want it to do every time. Like, I don't know how to do her summer spell card, so I just sit in the middle and press the summer season button and it takes everything around me away and I don't have to fight it anymore. 17 also has a very weird story, that is correct. Like, 17's story doesn't really feel like it has any real proper conclusion, and it also doesn't feel like it has anything to do with any of the characters involved, because it actually doesn't. Like, Reimu, Marissa, and Yoma are just kind of bear because the beast spirits need a proxy. So it is a very strange story. So hopefully the next one isn't so bad.
I want to know what the deal is with these cards. I want to know why is Cherno a card?
Why is Cherno a card? Spooky. 17 has some great music too. I love 17's soundtrack.
Yeah.
And people love the Animal Mafia. Keiki, Yashi, and Saki, they're pretty sick. To be honest, I'm surprised Kutaka wasn't as popular compared to all the other ones because, well, she's a chicken girl. That's kind of funny chicken girl. Urumi got popular for a little bit, but at the same time, not really. Because I guess once people stopped drawing her, you know, booba style, it was like, well, what else is there to the character? The only thing people saw in that character was her chest size, so once the art for that kind of diminished, because wow, look at that, there's hundreds of characters in this series that you could draw booba art for. Doesn't have to be that one.
All of them, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if they're correct size or not.
Nope.
You can do it.
Eyes aren't even correct. Fight me.
You'll never run out of booba pics, which is why Urumi's existence is like nice, but you don't need her anymore, right?
Did manage to capture this one last time, but I honestly owe that to good RNG.
Oh, I hate that one.
I hate this one. So I get my trance now.
Fair enough. Alright, another weird one.
Now,
That's a bit awkward looking.
yeah, I don't think I did it right, but I also have no idea.
Alright, this one again.
Right now? Oh, fuck me.
I think Touhou themes do a great job capturing the personalities of the characters involved. One of my favorite examples of that is specifically with Orin and Oku, with how the whole idea of the abandoned hell is very present in Orin's themes, and the idea that it is still hell is very present in Oku's themes.
Fuck, really? Alright, that's fine. Alright, and this is random bullshit.
That might be enough. Ooh, that one was close.
Yeah.
I like how instant everything around you just goes fucking boom.
Yeah, fuck off.
Pichoon.
They don't even despawn. Why the fuck don't they despawn? Please fucking pop, thank you.
Last cooldown.
This is random. No, this is not bullshit, but I haven't
It's
done
tight, but you can see it, so it's actually kind of easy as a result. Alright, I don't know how to do this one, so you're on your own.
Mega Man timed this one out,
So
so
did I.
I don't know either. afraid I don't know what I'm doing, Carl. Do I have a bomb?
Yes.
Cool. Bound to happen. Why does nothing despawn in this fight when you come back?
I don't know how to fight this one, so I had to time it out too. Alright, now for the actual timeout spell though.
Yeah, good. I'm not doing this one, and I'm not doing any more attempts after this. I'm kind of done.
We have one bomb and a dream.
I do have one bomb in a dream. Alright, now the fucking birds show up.
They're aimed at you.
I know. I was fucking saved there too, man. Yeah, I'm done with the video.
Sound like code word.
But that's all, folks.
Alright, chat. That seems to be that for today. We'll try one more day of 10 Desires.
Do we have to?
Well, why wouldn't we? Why would we just go after one try?
We clearly aren't having fun.
I gotta try it one more time.
But we're not having fun.
So chat, I will try that game one more time, but don't expect too much from me because I don't know how much more I can take of it. I'll give every game a second shot, and then we'll move on to 14. But yeah, it's probably one of those games that if I do manage to beat it on hard mode, I don't really see myself returning to it on Lunatic.
I don't care to beat mommies though, man. I'll try, but I can live.
Ugh. So yeah, unfortunate chat, a little bit of a not a great use of our time, but well, gotta learn, right? We'll try again next time, and if it doesn't go well, then we're gonna go to double dealing character anyway.